Studio 66. We feature the blues from Tulsa's own Eric Walker.
I'm driving, and I don't care where I stay. People, what a shame.
Coming up now on Studio 66.
Yeah, so that song, it's really just kind of a light-hearted love song. I like it just like that. It's kind of about having a mildly flirtatious relationship with a coworker. And I can tell you it's the song that when I perform, I think this song gets people moving more than anything. And I just get the best feedback on it. It's a feel-good song. It makes me feel good to play it, and it makes me feel good that it makes others feel good to hear it, and it always gets people dancing.
Early this morning I pulled myself out of bed. Didn't like that feeling rushing through my head, and it was just like that. I said it was just like that. Well, it was just like that, mama, mama, just like that. I rang the doorbell, Andrew came and got me fast. The way you smile, girl, the morning ain't so bad. I like you just like that. Just like that. I like you just like that, mama, mama, just like that. Now, you fix the coffee and you bring it to me fast. I don't take that cream, I'll just take mine black. I like it just like that. I like it just like that, you know it. I like it just like that, mama, mama, just like that. Plays the blues, will make your foot stop for sure. I like them just like that. I like them just like that. Like my blues just like that. Mama, just like that. Now, we play these blues and we don't do it just for fun. Do it because of you women, and we would do it on the run. We like it just like that. Just like that, yeah. Like it just like that, mama, mama, just like that. Come to see me play and started squeezing me tight. If you take me home, mama, I get the stroke just right. I love you just like that. I love you just like that. I love you just like that, mama, mama, just like that. I like it just like that. Like it just like that. I like it just like that. I like it just like that. Like it just like that, mama, mama, just like that. I like it just like that. I like it just like that, yeah. I like it just like that. I like it just like that. just like that, mama, mama, just like that. We like it just like that, mama, mama, just like that.
Yeah, so, being a blues musician, it's important that I acknowledge where the blues comes from. And so in Tulsa, I recognize that Greenwood, AKA Black Wall Street, has actually a lot of blues history, and some of it we know, some of it we'll probably never know. But my song, Down on Greenwood, I like to think of it as kind of a snapshot in time of a time when I was down there every Saturday afternoon outside of a restaurant called A-Bears. And this was between 2012 and 2014. I'd be down there just kind of playing for tips and trying to help draw business into the restaurant. And so in the song, I call out the restaurant and then another Greenwood business that I patronized at that time. And I think of it as kind of a snapshot of Greenwood at that time. Because those businesses are no longer there. There's something else there now. And it's just kind of a tribute to Greenwood and the resilient community that we call the Greenwood community.
Up this morning, I put on my best hat and shoes, grab my guitar and my tip jar too, to play the blues down on Greenwood. Play the blues down on Greenwood. Play the blues down on Greenwood, and it's nothing wrong with that, no. I'm not dealing with that QT mess. I'll buy my Winston's at the D&F. That's the blues down on Greenwood. That's the blues down on Greenwood. It's the blues down on Greenwood, and it's nothing wrong with that. Well, come on down to A-Bears, Salisbury River too. You can try the shrimp and the catfish too. That's the blues down on Greenwood. Yeah, that's the blues down on Greenwood. It's the blues down on Greenwood, and it's nothing wrong with that. Well, they used to do it about 60 years ago. Jimmy Jr. Markham would tell you all you'd want to know. It was the blues down on Greenwood. Was the blues down on Greenwood. Was the blues down on Greenwood. It was nothing wrong with that now. They used to do it about 100 years ago. Had a big disaster, couldn't do it no more. It was the blues down on Greenwood. Was the blues down on Greenwood? Yes, it was. Was the blues down on Greenwood? It was something wrong with that. And now all the folks down at City Hall say, can't pay nobody's reparations today. It's the blues down on Greenwood. It's the blues down on Greenwood, that's right. It's the blues down on Greenwood, something wrong with that. That's why I'm getting up this morning, I put on my best hat and suit. I'll get the guitar, play the blues just for you. It's the blues down on Greenwood. Play the blues down on Greenwood. Play the blues down on Greenwood, and it's nothing wrong with that, naughty.
I started playing guitar around 12 years old, and I had taken piano lessons earlier in life and, started listening to the Rolling Stones, and that got me wanting to play guitar. And of course that led me to the blues. My influences were influenced by blues musicians, and so I just kind of traced the roots back from them to Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf, back to, of course, Robert Johnson, Blind Blake, Blind Willie McTell are some of my influences. Mississippi John Hurt's another big one who's influenced me a lot. And so, while I've played other styles of music, I've always said I come home to the blues. And it's just the music that speaks to me the most. Somehow I feel like it connects me, and I can express myself through the blues best. So it's been my primary focus musically for quite some time now. A lot of times I'll start out a show with an instrumental like Eric's Boogie. And it's just to kind of introduce music into the room, like if I'm performing somewhere and maybe somebody in the crowd wasn't even expecting live music. I don't want to be too abrupt at first, so it's just to kind of ease the audience in, set the tone. I think as soon as I play Eric's Boogie, you know what kind of music I'm playing. It's a fast shuffle, which is kind of one way we might define boogie. And a lot of blues musicians have their signature boogie they put their name on. So as soon as I came up with this tune, I decided, you know what, if anything is Eric's Boogie, this is probably it. where Down on Greenwood kind of pays tribute to Greenwood Avenue. My other favorite thoroughfare through my hometown is, of course, Route 66. And I wrote Driving Blues one time when, you know, I was a little bit down. I was frustrated, upset with certain things in my life, and driving Route 66 is another thing aside from music that's just kind of a good release for me. You know, so I got in the car and I probably drove halfway to Oklahoma City, or another day I went the other way and went and drove the Ribbon Road. And when I got home, I think it was late at night, and I sat down and picked up the guitar, and I wrote Driving Blues just to talk about how I feel, and also called out Route 66 and pay tribute to that.
Driving miles away. I'm driving miles away. I'm driving, and I don't care where I stay. Yeah, I'm driving miles away. Driving miles away. Driving, and I don't care where I stay. You know, I packed up my duffel, and you know I don't need much. I'm leaving this morning, mama, now don't you fuss. And I'm driving miles away. I'm driving, and I don't care where I stay. No. Past 2 years, I've lived on Route 66. We started tearing up the fast lane, it made me sick. And I'm driving miles away. I'm driving, and I don't care where I stay. Out of this town, I don't know about you. Love these low-down women, hate the way that they do. And I'm driving miles away. I'm driving, and I don't care where I stay. Yeah, I'm driving miles away. I'm driving miles away. I'm driving, and I don't care where I stay. Well, my only destination is Route 66. Anywhere that goes, man, I'll get my fix. And I'm driving miles away. I'm driving, and I don't care where I stay. Driving miles away. Driving miles away. I'm driving, and I don't care where I stay.
Yeah, so the song certainly speaks for itself. I think I make it pretty clear in the lyrics that I'm literally singing about writing to a woman who's incarcerated. And I did have that experience where a good friend of mine was incarcerated for a while, and we exchanged some letters during that time. You know, I had difficulty even figuring out where she was or where to send letters, and it would take a long time. And I was just, it was really tough to be affected by that, to have someone that you care about, someone you love in that situation. And then it made me think about how, you know, in Oklahoma, we have this really high incarceration rate for women in particular. So when I wrote Mrs. Bassett's Blues, it was both to express what I was feeling at the time about my friend and also to call attention to that issue.
Well, the woman I love is so long, dark and tall. We used to go out drinking and we always had a ball. Woo-hoo. People, what a shame. I got to tell you, good people, I've been crying just about every day. Yeah, she used to read the stories to all the children out of school. They locked her away and now I'm feeling so blue. Woo-hoo. People, what a shame. Got to tell you, good people, been crying just about every day. Yes, they took that sweet woman and they locked her in jail. Won't let nobody come and get her out on bail. Woo-hoo. People, what a shame. Got to tell you, good people, been crying just about every day. I called the prison this morning trying to get her address. They didn't have nobody to answer the phone, I guess. Woo-hoo. People, what a shame. Got to tell you people, I've been crying just about every day. Well, if I don't get the number for the cell that she's in, gonna go down there and see if they'll let me move in. Woo-hoo. People, what a shame. Got to tell you, good people, I've been crying just about every day. You know, the women's penitentiary is about 100 miles away, but that don't bother me, man, I'll go there every day. Woo-hoo. What a shame. I got to tell you, good people, been crying just about every day.
Oil Town Rag. So, and there's blues music, and when we go back to the early part of the 20th century, another form of music that was really popular that it's kind of almost forgotten at this point, and that's called ragtime. So that's where the word rag comes from, and really the way I play the blues is kind of a ragtime style of blues music. So Oil Town Rag, being an instrumental and being in that kind of almost two-step style of rhythm, it's kind of my tribute to ragtime. And it's still a very challenging song to play. So I really challenged myself when I wrote it, and it still challenges me to play through it today. But it's another one of those instrumentals that, like I said, I might start the show out with this one just to kick things off. And I really enjoy playing it.